What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm with the homie Brent. Alright, so it is November 11th, Veterans Day. So we just want to give a big thank you to all the service members who have served our country in the past, because, you know, we believe that we wouldn't be where we are today without them, man. You got anything to say about Veterans Day, bro?
I'm glad to finally be a part of it.
Hey, man. I feel, yeah, it feels good to serve. But one thing that I think a lot of cities do, or anybody does, is free Veterans Day meals. So we're gonna see if we can get some food out here, man. I think we're gonna hit Denny's, IHOP, get us some grub, man. But
Texas Roadhouse for dinner.
Texas Roadhouse for dinner. But just a little short clip. Want to bring y'all along real quick. Peace.
Y'all still doing that veterans breakfast thing?
No, we're not.
All right, thank you. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Let's get the fun in.
Is that the people of a country are going to imitate how the country itself operates. Look how legit our country is, and our people do the same thing. Living their lives. All right, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and back to the main part of this video, military Meps. All right, and before we start this video, I ask that you please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Man, I appreciate the new subscribers that we've been getting the last few weeks. All right, I see it. We're growing slowly but surely. All right, I appreciate the comments from a lot of my old buddies that I haven't seen in a minute. I see y'all. Appreciate the comments. Appreciate the support. Glad to see y'all are doing well. Like I said, please share this video, man. If you guys know anybody else that is looking to get into the military, looking to join the military pretty soon, if you got a recruiter that's just looking for videos to show new candidates to come in, just anybody that pertains to this video might pertain to, man. I appreciate you guys just sharing the video. You never know, one video might make somebody's day, you know, might help somebody just from the way I might say something compared to somebody else. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. Like I said, let's keep growing this family and seeing how we do. All right. But getting into today's video, military Meps. All right. Or more specifically the Meps and the Asvab. All right. A lot of times you'll do both. I did both in the same weekend. So this is just how it's gonna go. All right. So Meps is the military entrance processing station. All right. So all new candidates looking to enlist, this isn't for commissioning, looking to enlist in the military are going to go through this MEP station. They're going to go after they meet with their recruiter. When they get their ASVAB, practice ASVAB, and they talk to a recruiter just about why they want to join and everything like that, they'll eventually get a MEPS date. All right. Mine was maybe about 3 weeks after I initially met with my recruiter. Okay. And now MEPS is not only seeing that you are physically ready and physically able to join the military, but are mentally and academically capable of performing some job in the military, all right? No matter what service branch you're going into, okay? MEPS is not just an Air Force thing. I'm in the Air Force. MEPS is a military-wide. So whatever MEP station that you end up going to, you will end up, you know, being around people who are looking to join all branches. So this is for all branches of the military looking to join MEPS. All right, so getting into this, like I said, you'll go to a MEPS after you meet with your recruiter for the first time. All right, so before you go, make sure that you have everything you need to and you have all questions answered by your recruiter. All right, make sure you have your high school diploma. All right, if you did any college, make sure you have your college transcripts. If you're looking to get rank, I know for the Air Force, if you have 45 credits, you'll automatically go up to E3. All right, that's a Airman First Class in the Air Force. That's what I did. I ended up going to E3 because I had exactly 45 credits, lucky enough. But yeah, so make sure you have those college transcripts, even some other things like Eagle Scout, that'll get you E3. If you had a little less, even if you had 20 college credits, you'll still get E2. Just talk with your recruiter. Make sure you know, getting all the information of what you need to. Have your social. If you don't have a social or a valid driver's license, if you have a passport, make sure you have at least those two, a driver's license and a social, and if you need to, a passport, just so that you can identify yourself once you get onto the base, okay? Next, also, for guys and girls, you're gonna stay at a hotel overnight. Once you get there, whatever one is closest to that base, just make sure you have a good amount of clothes. Your recruiter should give you a list of what you can and can't bring. They'll give you a packing list of what you can do. There'll be a curfew and things like that. You guys should be waking up at about 4:30. I missed mine. When I first got there, I was late. I woke up on time and everything. I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready to go. I had to call. It's 4:30. Where are you at? This is Airman Kevin. And I was like, oh shoot. So, like you said, you're joining the military, so be on time for everything. Make a good first impression, but that is going to be just the initial background of you first coming into Meps, all right? Now, going into the Asvab. When I went to Meps, I got there about one afternoon. I took the Asvab, stayed at the hotel, and then did my second day doing the full physical and paperwork part of Meps, okay? So the Asvab, we're gonna break this down for a bit. It is the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. All right, that's a lot of words, but pretty much this is the academic part. Seeing what you are good at. Are you good at math? Are you good at mechanics, writing, reading, science, electronics? They even have IT, computer portions of the ASVAB now, right? Seeing what your strengths are, seeing what skills you have, what knowledge you may already have on some things. That way they can pair you up with what jobs you may be good for, right? Like I said, there's a lot of jobs in the military, especially if you're looking to join the Army or something. There's not just, or the Marines, there's not just riflemen. There's all sorts of different career fields that you would never even think of. So my advice when you're going to take the ASVAB is do your research first, okay? So going into all branches, there is a minimum score and there's a maximum score. It goes from 0 to 99 score-wise. I don't know how you get a 0, but that's the scale. And then you have a minimum score to get into each branch, right? So, and I got these, so double check me. These might be updated at the time that I'm recording this video. And I just went through different websites and found these. So if you find something that's more accurate or your recruiter tells you something different, use those. But this is what I found for the minimum requirements for each branch of the military for the ASVAB, all right? For the Army, the minimum score is a 31. For the Marines, the minimum score is a 31. For the Navy, the minimum score for your ASVAB is a 35. For the Air Force, the minimum score for your ASVAB is a 36. And for the Coast Guard, the minimum score for your ASVAB is a 40, all right? So now that you know that, prepare yourself on how you're gonna get this score at least. And then again, how you're gonna get the score for the job that you want, right? So like I said, doing research before you come in. When you talk to your recruiter, talk about what jobs that you'd like to do, right? And take time on your own and find what job that you'd like to do, all right? Find something that you might be interested in, something you'd have fun doing, and if you would do it, something that you'd make a career out of, a skill that you can take that'd be valuable, okay? Something that'll get you farther than the military if that's what you choose to do, right? So think about all those things when you're making a job decision. For my Air Force people, foreverwingman.org or .com, I'll leave the link in the description, but that was a great website. It gave us all of the different jobs that were in the Air Force, a short description, the minimum ASVAB score, as well as just videos of what the job is, where you can go base-wise around the world for your job, as well as, you know, certificates, certifications you'll get, experience, skills, what you might be able to apply that skill to towards a degree and things like that. So, like I said, do your research. Come in. By the time you get to Meps, you should know what your job is, or know what job that you would like to have, right? That way you have a goal. You can say, all right, I want this job. I want to be this thing, I have to get this Asvab score. So let me study, or let me get my strengths up in this section, whether it's electronics, mechanics, or science, so that I can get this job that I want, right? This is your career. Take control of it, you know? So for myself, I'm an RF transmissions tech. So that means I had to get a 95 on the electronics portion and a certain amount on other parts too, an overall score of something too, right? So that I knew that, and I studied, and I made sure that I could get that score, right? Studying wise for the Asvab, there's an app that I found called Asvab. I'll leave you a link for that one in the description too. But if you guys look up Asvab in the App Store on your iPhone or even on Android, it's an app with a, if I can put a picture on either side of an army logo, it'll have that star, and it's called Asvab, all right? Take the practice test, go through the different sections of the Asvab, find out what you need to work on, and practice them. It's really very similar to what the test actually was in terms of like how the questions look, what the questions are, different types of questions, and the different knowledge for like the electronics, different equations you need to know and stuff like that, man. So very helpful, but that's the Asvab part of Meps, all right? So you have to take the Asvab, all right? Next is the Meps process. The rest of it is that physical and the paperwork part, right? So when you get there and you're doing the actual part, this is where you'll get your first feel of being around military culture, okay? People are gonna tell you to move here and you're gonna move there, right? People are gonna be walking around in the different uniforms. These guys that have been in for a while, right? They're gonna be talking a certain way. They're gonna look at you a certain way, all right? And you know, at the same time, should hold yourself a certain way. Hold yourself with some pride. Hold yourself with some self-respect, you know? Have a bit of professionalism about how you move, all right? Like I said, this is you're joining the military. I'm not saying be all uptight, right? Relax, enjoy this. Talk to the people around you. Get to see what other people are looking to do in their branch, whatever they're looking to do, right? Network a bit, you know? A few of the guys I went to Meps with ended up being on my BMT flight. We became, good friends. So you never know who you'll meet. But like I said, this is your first time being around military culture, okay? And saying that, you're gonna sit a while, right? There's gonna be a lot of lines, a lot of sitting, but it's not too bad. It's just one day, right? So you'll get there, they'll make you put your phone away, your jackets, and you'll have the paperwork that you brought from your recruiter to take to Meps, okay? Now, when you go in for the physical part, the first thing that you're gonna do is go into the med side of the building, and you'll take what we did was we did a breathalyzer, and we did a blood pressure test, okay? Like I said, the whole physical part is mainly like a very in-depth sports physical, if you guys have ever done a sports physical, all right? So they're gonna do your blood pressure, they're gonna take a breathalyzer. Next thing you guys are gonna do is a urinalysis. You're gonna pee in a cup, all right? A little uncomfortable. Not everybody's done that when they get to Meps for the first time, right? So you might take a pee test for the first time. When I was there, and I went to Meps when I was 20, all right? And I went next to, when I was in line, there was like me and 3 other young guys, they were maybe 18, maybe even 17, joining Marines, and they were all joking around, man, like, hey, don't get nervous, man, you're going to pee in front of all of, pee in front of everybody. And when they all got in there, they all said, I need time. Can I drink some more water? You know, so make sure that you guys are very hydrated. Don't get squeamish when you go and take your piss test at Meps, right? Stay hydrated. I drank a bottle of water before I even left the hotel, right? I had to pee really bad, sitting through everything else, but when it was time to go, I could go, right? So you do the urinalysis. They're gonna take your blood, you're gonna do a hearing test, you're gonna do an eye test. Like I said, basic physical stuff, all right? Now for the more uncomfortable part, they're gonna do the body examination, you could call it. They're gonna make you strip down for your guys. Like I said, I can only speak for the guys portion. I know it is similar to the females as well, but bear with me on this. But they'll make you strip down to your boxers. They'll make you do different things. You'll squat. They'll make you, walk on your knees, move all your limbs. Just make sure that nothing's cracking oddly. Make sure you don't have any, damage to your body that could, harm you from doing any type of military activities. Just an overall check, and then you'll go to and they'll do a deep inspection of you where you'll sit with the doctor and they'll go over all your medical stuff, right? So dealing with that, you guys might have heard about this, don't lie to your recruiter. I'm gonna say that's true. Be upfront with your recruiter about whatever conditions you might have, right? I'm not saying put yourself into a difficult situation. Don't get yourself kicked out, but whatever that'll come up, and just be truthful. Tell your recruiter, all right? Because if you go to your recruiter and tell your recruiter one thing, and then you go to Meps and they find that, you're gonna be done, right? You've falsified some records. You've lied to your recruiter to try to join the military, and that's not good, man. So be upfront with your recruiter. I'm now hearing, and check me if I'm wrong, but I've seen videos that they can now check your medical records at Meps. I don't know if this is 100%, but it's what I've heard, right? So be upfront with your recruiter. In terms of like marijuana, you're not gonna not be able to join the military for a couple of uses, all right? It'll be a waiver. It may stop you from getting certain clearances, but like I said, if it's something that will pop up, go ahead and tell your recruiter. You should not be doing anything that'll harm, like drinking or smoking marijuana before you go into Meps. That would not be smart, but just be aware of things like that, all right? And if you have any questions more personal like this, talk to your recruiter. I would say it's always best to talk to that person before you get to Meps and get kicked out, right? So that's the physical part of it, right? That's the physical examination. And if you do get disqualified at Meps for something, don't let that be don't let that discourage you from joining. I know people that have gone to Meps 2-3 times, or maybe twice at least, because something went wrong and came back and were still able to make it. So whatever you need to do, if it's your weight, if it's your height, if it's your weight, compared to your height, or something else that you can get done, that you can fix, that that's in your control, come back and try again. I encourage you to try again, all right? And at the same time, there's a waiver for everything. So ask your recruiter. Say, ooh, I had this, but I don't know. You might not know. You might get a waiver for it. You might still be able to get through. But if this is something that you want to do, take control of this, man, and make sure that you're getting what you need to get through, all right? Whew. So that's the physical part. I'm sorry, man. I got a crick in my shoulder. But that's the physical examination. The rest of Meps is paperwork. It's a lot of paperwork. You'll be sitting for a while. But you'll go over your contract, all right? Now, this is another important part. Make sure that whatever you want to come in with, you're getting that done, right? So if I want to do 4 years, check your contract before you sign at the end of Meps. If it says 6 years, tell them, I meant to sign a 4-year. Can I change this to a 4-year, right? If you had college credits, you had an Eagle Scout or something else that can get you to an E2 or E3 rank, and it says you're going in as E1, tell them, I meant to sign as an E3. I have this. Maybe they didn't get my transcripts. Can I put this on, right? Make sure that you're getting what you deserve out of that contract. Don't sign anything that you don't agree to, right? This is a way, to start a new career in something, but get what you need to out of this at the same time. This is a common theme, not only in the military, but in life, but this is your career. Take control of it, right? So make sure that everything that that you wanted, to a certain extent, all right? Don't be asking for nothing crazy in there. Don't be asking for crazy bonuses if it's not there. But make sure that everything that you wanted when you talk to your recruiter is in that contract. Read that contract, right? And they'll go over it with you. They'll ask you again, but make sure everything you want is in that contract, okay? But man, that's mainly it. You'll do some other things like life insurance and things like that, but that is the main gist of the military and getting into Meps, all right? The Military Entrance Processing Station, all right? For anybody that's getting there soon or getting ready to go through Meps, I congratulate you, okay? You're walking through the gates of what's gonna be at least a 4-year career, man, and I hope that you guys enjoy it. All right, get the most out of this that you can. Whether you decide to do a 4 or a 20, make the best of anything that you go through. Make the best of anything that you can be able to learn. Learn as much as you can around you, all right? Go out and meet people, make life experiences, and learn from those life experiences, right? This is your first step into something new, so I wish you guys luck, all right? So that's mainly what this is. All right, this was the Meps video. We'll make some more of maybe a ship out video, a daily life, some other things that will go into the military wise. Like I said, this channel is not gonna just be Air Force, it's be about going through life. If you guys haven't checked out the last video I made last week about financial decisions, selling my car, be sure to go and check that video out too, all right? We're getting a life and military balance in here so we can reach different audiences, and right, because this, whatever job you do is more than just your job. You have a life outside of that as well, right? So have that good balance to it. But we're just here to teach and try to learn something new, all right? But like I said, more videos to come. I thank you guys for watching. Again, please like, subscribe, and comment whatever things that you guys want to see, whatever questions you guys have, or if somebody, if I know y'all, man, say what's up, man. I appreciate the love, all right? But again, I appreciate you guys for watching, all right? Have a blessed one.